Hello, this is Angela Lee, author of the Bella Santini Chronicles, which are children's books that teach higher consciousness and emotional resilience to children. And today I have Kim Woods here. She is an amazing woman that I met through Leadership Global. And I just want to bring her wisdom to this audience. And Kim, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am so glad to be here, Angela. Thank you so much for having me. So, about me, I am a business strategist, but I'm also an astrologer. So, I combine
Mm.
both of those, right? Like the woo, I get way intuitive in my work. And quite frankly, stopped another business strategy firm that was wildly successful because I wasn't front facing with the intuition. I really wasn't as leading with the stars. And so I opened up this new business a handful of years ago, and I have to tell you, I have so much fun. It's just a blast to do business in the intuitive realm, in the cosmic one, and with all of the deities and the realms and the magic of the earth.
That's so beautiful. We're in this really amazing time where there's streaming energies coming to Earth, and we have the blue moon
Yeah.
happening. So will you tell our audience what it is? What is a blue moon?
Absolutely. So technically tomorrow is the blue moon, and it's at about 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. So, the height of the apex of that fullness is meaningful, but you do get a day on either end. So today we're really in that energy, and Thursday we're really
Mm, that energy.
so, yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll be in that energy. A blue moon is when a full moon happens twice in 1 month. So we had a full moon on the 1st, we had a new moon on the 16th, and now we have a full moon again on the 30th, technically, which is tomorrow. And so that's a blue moon.
So exciting. And the blue moon is in Pisces, which means a lot for me because I'm Pisces. What
Absolutely.
what would you tell Pisces in the audience?
Well, the sun is in Virgo and the moon is in Pisces, which means that the sun and the moon are pulling each other. So the moon is reflecting the sun at her outermost point. So anytime we come into a full moon, you're going to feel things. The moon is all about feeling. It's about power. It's about the mysteries. It's about the feminine. It's how you nurture yourself. You're going to feel it much more than you would on another phase because she's pulling you to the longest extent of yourself. And so,
Mm,
for those of you who are Virgos and those of you who are Pisceans, are going to feel this the most today, tomorrow, and the next day than any other sign.
that's so amazing because yes, when I wake up, I have noticed of myself over the last year or so that I am more sensitive to the moon and the cycles of the moon, and I can feel my emotions being pulled in different directions. I just have to stay strong in who I am so that I know that it's all for the good.
Absolutely. And obviously all the other stars have a configuration impact too. So right now Mercury's retrograde and he's in Virgo, so he's affecting communications and he's affecting connections. So you might feel that. You might feel a little bereft. You might feel a little bit like, why isn't anybody getting back to me? Virgo's retrograde too. She's really pounding us, and we're in the last week of a 6-week cycle with her for that. She does that every 18 months. So this is a lot. And for Pisces, you're a water sign, so the emotional realm is really the dance that you have said yes to, right? You see,
Absolutely.
this is a
Yeah.
really good idea. I'm going to have I'm going to have my being, because you're a Pisces sun, right? So my entire being is going to be immersed in water, and it's going to be immersed in creativity. No joke that you're an author of children's books. That's perfect
Exactly.
for you. You have that soft, beautiful, compassionate, unifying, intuitive energy, which makes sometimes it feels edgy. Sometimes it feels, there's probably a little bit of exposure there. And then the moon goes full, and you're like, oh, perfect. This is great. This is a really good idea to have this, right? And then we did this live today. So good.
Exactly. I do feel like my emotions go roller coaster when it's a full moon,
Mhm.
and at least I have that self-awareness, and to me, self-awareness is the beginning of everything.
It
It
is. It is. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like if we wanna go in the business realm, we could say it's the top of the funnel. Like, honestly, it's literally the beginning of everything, because think about it, if you don't have that awareness, you don't even none of your energy is even open to saying yes to something that could be, making you expand or making you grow or helping you become more into you. I will say on a full moon, this full moon is probably the one you're most sensitive to, as the one in March might be, late February, early March might be too, because that's where you have the opposite side of the wrangle where the sun is in Pisces, but the moon is in Virgo. So there's that opposition again. What's so beautiful about Virgo is if you think about Virgo being a unifying or a solidifying factor for you, that would be really helpful to navigate these times that feel I was going to say weepy, but like watery.
Yeah, and it's so amazing that yesterday I told you already that yesterday I went down to the Rio Grande and meditated in the water and came out, and I just felt so grounded and
Mhm.
so like I was in the flow.
Right.
And yeah, literally in the
Yeah.
flow.
Yeah.
And those kind of self-care, when you can say, "You know what? I know I'm feeling a lot of things right now, and I know that those things might not even belong to me."
Exactly, that's a beautiful thing. That's what I always tell people is it even yours,
Yeah,
right? And you can even
exactly.
ask the question when you're feeling like out of sorts or you're just feeling a little bit off, you can say, "Is this mine?" This is an access consciousness modality. It's on their website. It's public information. You can literally just say, "Is this mine?" And if it's not, you will feel a little bit of just a little tiny nudge of something different, like a weightlessness will come to you, and then you can say, okay, return. Just return. It's not
Yeah,
mine. That's beautiful.
and I choose a destination, so I say return to source
Perfect.
because
Yep.
then I'm actually sending it somewhere as opposed to just anywhere. But that is such a valuable question for
Mhm.
all of us to use. And,
Absolutely.
even well, people who are highly sensitive, people who are, clairsentient or
Mhm.
empathic, and I'm all of those things. So, it's like we really need to have that tool of questioning, "Is what I'm feeling mine,
Mhm.
and do I choose to feel it?"
Exactly, exactly. And that choice, we always have choice every single day,
We
right? And that's beautiful. We talk about self-awareness, right? So you can choose every day, you can choose, okay, how am I going to engage in whatever, in the day, in what's going to happen, in my feelings, in what are my thoughts, in with connecting with others. That helps. We have free will and free choice. The stars in the cosmos and the earthly realm are all here to conspire for our well-being and our success, but we still have free will. We still have choice.
Right. But we also can't do it wrong, because
Right.
when we are on a mission to do good in the world, to, bring light into the world, w we are more aligned with our soul,
Right.
and when we let our soul control, it's like, "No, you can't do it wrong." It's not.
Right.
That's a human construct that
Exactly.
keeps us messed up. But so how does astrology help the average person navigate their life?
So astrology is a great map. It's a great barometer. So knowing what your internal stars are, right? The stars were painted in the sky the minute you were born, and your soul, what I believe is your soul chose to say, okay, in this moment, I am going to carry all of this cosmic energy in with me into this earthly life, right? And so knowing that is one thing. So that's called natal or birth chart. But even without knowing that, say I know a lot of people that have been adopted or they don't know what their time of birth is. Like in Australia, they don't even record it. So
Oh,
unless somebody remembers, I know, unless somebody remembers, you don't know, right? So you might not have access to the information. Even if you don't, though, there is that navigational map every single day, week, month, and year that the stars are here to help, even though sometimes they don't feel so helpful. Right now, Mercury and I are engaging in a little bit
mm,
of a standoff right now. I'm trying to be really patient, but Mercury rules my chart. And so when he goes retrograde, my friends, all the things, right? So I'm always enacting patience and
like
really
when your
opening myself
computer
up,
crashes and yeah, that's Mercury, all right.
all the things. So it is really helpful to know, because not to know, to not bear responsibility, not to say, oh, well, it's Mercury retrograde, so therefore I'm not going to return any phone calls, or I'm not going to, like, live by my calendar. No, but it's just to be more flexible, to say, okay, I can't tell you, like, literally Monday morning, I had my computer crash. Yep, no lie. And I had 5 meetings rescheduled this week, just in the first 5 minutes of when I showed up like in my office, right? And I'm like, hello, it's the first full week of Mercury being retrograde. I'm so happy. Again, it was a choice, right? So, but it can give you patience, and it can give you empathy to recognize that everybody's going through it, so that you don't
Absolutely.
go into your head and say, oh, well, then everybody wants to ignore me, and I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm whatever our minds are trying to play games with us on, you
And
know.
it's so, yeah, that is such an important point. The idea that because something is happening, it's indicative of us, who we are, is such a messed up idea.
Absolutely.
And if we can, ooh, my light just fell over. If we can separate ourselves from that and say, okay, my computer, 5 people had to rearrange their schedule. There must be something big going on, but it's
Right.
not about me. And
Exactly.
yeah,
And I love that equanimity that it gives us, because, if we take the cosmic view, we do get a different landscape. We get a different perspective on what's happening, right? Because I don't know if your audience is mostly women. Mine is particularly mostly women, and mostly women business leaders. And so we as women tend to internalize things. What did I do wrong? Did I not set up this right? Did the person actually get back to me? Is there something here? I had a sales call that didn't show up yesterday. That doesn't usually happen, but no worries. I just, graciously just said, oh, you missed your call. Mercury's retrograde. I hope you're having a good day, kind of thing, versus taking it as, wow, it's been crickets, and it's, people haven't really been engaging. And sometimes we can even say, well, then I'm not going to engage either. We can kind of choose to mirror that. Or we could say, okay, there's something that I'm not setting up right, or something that I haven't positioned well. Or we can just say, I wonder, is this even mine? And then maybe it's not, and we can just let it go, and we can just get on a day, and have it be really creative, or productive, or healing, or relaxing, whatever we want to do, without being entangled in our minds.
which is, yeah, beautiful. I teach a tool in my children's books that really detaches the emotion from the thought process,
Oh, I love that.
because it is our minds that keep that idea that I don't want to feel this way, or he did this to
Mhm.
me, and I hate this. Those kind of thoughts cause the emotion to be prolonged.
Right.
And so if you can use focused awareness, feel, name, allow on your feeling, the feeling can flow and it's gone. And it's no surprise that I am a creative, I'm a Pisces.
I love that.
And yeah, it's focused on emotions in my children's books. So, yeah, thank you for even mentioning that. Okay, so is there any last thing you wanna tell people? Do you have any events coming up? Do you have anything that you wanna share?
Absolutely. So if you want to frolic with me on LinkedIn, you can, follow me, and I do a Monday 30-second forecast to just give you what the best business tip is for the week. I also have a YouTube channel that's at Kim Wood's channel, that I do the same. I go a little bit more in depth. I have a beautiful quiz. It's here on the site, right underneath my name, knowyourlifequiz.com. It's 12 questions, and it will help you determine how you're living your soul mission. So that's really what it's all about. It's really to give you your beautiful signature, to then say, how am I dealing with the energies that are going on? How am I dealing with who I am, and how I can get what I want in business? Because we all want business to flow beautifully and to
We
connect to the people that are meant to, receive the information. So yeah, I would say just follow me, again, on LinkedIn or YouTube. Kimwoods.com if you don't want to remember anything else. It's pretty easy. That's my website. You can go check it out there. I do all things stars. I do all things business, and really am helping you live your soul mission. That's my mission.
That's beautiful. As someone who has a soul mission, I can say
Right?
that, yeah, it's so important for the light workers to have the structure of people like you, a light worker, helping us to get totally locked in on our mission and to really be able to, I don't know, just be a light in this world. So
Absolutely.
thank you, Kim Woods. And I took that Know Your Life quiz.
Oh,
It's a
you
good
did?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you remember? Do you remember what you got for result?
creative superstar.
Absolutely. I was going to say that, but I wasn't sure. So I wanted to make sure that, yeah, absolutely. It's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you all for watching. If you have any questions for Kim, please just leave them in the chat, and she'll be able to see it. She's going to share this on her network.
Mhm.
And I send you all blessings and hope you have a fabulous day.